lifeguard because why you saving niggas? Nah, it was just certain jobs my female couldn't do. And I want y'all to answer or elaborate on what your female wouldn't be able to do. My top job that my female wouldn't be able to do is she can't be a masseuse. You can't go around making niggas feel good. I want my girl being a stylist. That's just me. I'm not saying that's not for everybody, but I don't want her fixing a nigga collar on the set. I don't want my girl working in the gym, but not just the gym. You can't be part of nothing yoga related. It's too much niggas around stretching, flexible. Let me help you get that position. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I don't like that. And you feel me? Like, oh no, you ain't stretching right. He helping you out, pushing your leg back.
I wouldn't want my chick to be an airline stewardess.
That's a good one too. That's a good. I'll put that. I actually got word to them about that written down. It was number 6. It's number
hoes.
6.
They be straight hoes.
Yeah,
straight hoes.
Yeah.
They got nigga in every city. You know what I'm saying? Families, not all that shit.
That my girl can't be a life.
All right. I hate everybody there. I hate everything that they said. It's so much, y'all. It's so much to unpack. I don't even know where to begin. Men are insecure creatures. 99% of them are so weak and insecure, and society has bred them to become that. Through the ownership of woman, through their entire manhood is dependent on how well they can control their female. And I get that this may have been a joke, but the niggas ain't playing. They serious. And I really can't stand it. I hate it. I can't even find my sense of humor with this dumbass shit. You know, shit. See, I can't stop cussing. That'd be my problem. I can't stop cussing. Number 1, you don't own anybody. Number 2, monogamous culture is very toxic because monogamous culture would actually have somebody agreeing with this. You know, she can't be saving dudes. She can't have nothing to do with dudes. Y'all are so insecure. It is nothing but insecurity and ownership and toxic monogamous culture. But yet I didn't hear him saying nothing about the things he's not going to do. He's a rapper. Y'all are worried about the likelihood of a girl making men feel good and the likelihood of her cheating or whatever it is when you're a rapper. What did you came and say? Well, I don't want you to be a rapper. Of course, you're not going to oblige her or entertain her. You're going to say, nigga, please, I'm making this money. Oh, but she can't say that. That's why I just love the fact that my man Cash, in my book, All Three of Me, when I had 3 boyfriends at one time. This one, I love all of them for different reasons, but I love my Cash. My Cash, he was my Bahamian lover. He supported and loved and witnessed me with other men, getting pleased by other men. He loved it. He supported it. He got his rocks off by it. He understood I had needs. He wanted to share in my needs, and he wanted me to be happy. He did not like to go down and slurp on and slob on, you know, my knob. You know what I'm saying? So he knew that this one right here would get it done, and this right here would get it done too. And he just supported me getting all of my needs met. And it's so sad that most women will never even have an inkling of what that feels like to be unconditionally loved, unconditionally supported, and not have a weak ass insecure bitch trying to tell you what to do. And it'd be a lot of dumbass women who are going along with that program just because he got some money, and not realizing that you're being controlled. It is misogynistic, and that is weak and they're insecure. Because a secure man would be secure himself and how he treating you and wouldn't care what you did for a living. But oh no, we have to control it. They're more worried about the look of it than what's actually happening. What's actually happening is she's doing a job and she's professional. It's not about you don't trust the man. It's no, you don't trust yourself to be good enough to keep her loyal, because your dick is probably not good. She's probably faking orgasms. If you go ahead and look at the stats, okay, most women are faking orgasms. A very high number of faking orgasms in marriages, and we're not even talking about long-term relationships. Most dudes cannot have sex properly, and they know that, and that's why they are very insecure about anything. They know that they are not emotionally available, so they don't like you get treated anywhere else. Monogamous culture is very weird, because why would you, if we just think about it, we strip all of the dumb shit we think and we grew up with, there's no reason why we should be unhappy seeing our spouse happy no matter who's doing it. That's why I love all of my men in my book. You got to read my book. Insecurities definitely arose, mine and theirs, but we dealt with them in a way of mature adults, not a way of trying to control an uncontrollable person. You know what I'm saying? And that fat one over there, well, of course, with the way you are looking and the way you are built like the penguin from Batman, yes, you should be definitely insecure and concerned, you know. But Cameron, you're insecure because you know you ain't shit. Men who actually know that they're good men and they know that their woman is loved and taken care of don't have these insecurities, even in monogamous scenarios. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, and you can't tell this to them because everything is hidden behind the guise of respect and what's appropriate and what's right. No, but I see through it. Dating was a lot easier before I was smart. Before I could identify insecurity as insecurity, dating was a lot easier. Before I could identify misogyny as misogyny, dating was a lot easier. You know what I'm saying? I could never fuck with no idiot like that. And there's so many women who just don't see nothing wrong. It's their man's. I don't want my man doing. Shut up. You don't control nobody. This is why nobody wants love in a relationship. Because it comes to these shackles and shit on my goddamn feet. Just shackles. All of a sudden, different religions. I'm sorry, different philosophies of life I can't practice. Because you don't want me being a Buddhist because the Buddhist requires me to kneel down. And if I'm kneeling, somebody looking at my ass, like, what are you doing? Like, if it was up to these men, they would have us caged up somewhere where they could just feel good about it. There'd be some more kidnapping shit. Like, what is the show found? Be somewhere chained up. That's exactly what they want. There is nothing sexy about a man like that who even jokes about shit like that. But I feel like I live in a world that is so blinded by patriarchy, religion, and monogamous culture that y'all can't even see how weak all of these dudes are. It's crazy. Y'all don't even think about what the opposite of that is. Allowing a person to be autonomous and to choose you organically and to support them getting love, attention, and sexual needs fulfilled with or without you is actually the utmost way to show love, because it should never be a scenario where you are upset by somebody getting a need met. It should never be a scenario where you telling somebody they can't do a job that they're passionate about because you feel a kind of way. If she want to be a motherfucking masseuse, she can do that. Now I will say, all right, well, if you don't want to be a masseuse, you need to pay her bills, but along with that comes control. You already know I would never take that deal, but a lot of women will and be crying in the mansions. You know what I'm saying? You got to stop working because he don't like the profession. He decided to pay everything, and then you're a little girl in a box. They don't want women, they want children because they want something they can control. It is such a deep thing. It's like, I feel like this video needs like 17 parts to deconstruct how ridiculous all of this is, and yet he has none of those standards for himself. Y'all want to be a leader, and y'all want to talk about how women should behave and how we should feel and what we should do, but y'all don't want to do none of them and make none of the sacrifices and do none of the inner work that we're willing to do to grant you the same freedom. The most notorious people in the world for cheating is famous rappers and whoever he is. And is he going to change anything about himself? No, because he doesn't feel like he has to, because monogamous culture and ownership is all about controlling women and not men. This is monogamous culture. This is also religion. This is also just all of the stupid shit that comes along with the possession-based thing. And y'all, and just like Corey Ray talking about liking pictures, girl, shut up. I don't know why anybody want to be in a relationship. It's like we want freedom in every part of our lives except for love. You're free until you get into a relationship with somebody. You can have the job you want until you get into a relationship with somebody. You can like who you want to like until you get into a relationship with somebody. You can get your sexual needs met fully whenever you want until you get into a relationship with somebody. I would say single for life. If I believed in monogamy, I would say single forever in life. And the whole time he got all these rules about profession, she stopped all that, he's still gonna be cheating. Why? Because men are supposed to cheat. Men, because the monogamy wasn't designed for men. And it's the proof, just Google it. It came along in the industrial age. It came along because men was getting property. They wanted to be sure they property went to the right air. So it's about womb control, not about controlling men. Men are expected, and because they're naturally non-monogamous, while women have this undiscovered monogamous gene that keeps our desires locked in on one man forever and all that shit. Get the hell on. I really wish everyone would look at him and say, kiss my ass. But I have the same issue with a lot of you bitches out there. Like, for instance, women he's a male, one of the men in my book is a male dancer. Beautiful, fine, and sexy as hell. Friends with a lot of male dancers have dated some. There's a lot of you insecure, dumbass bitches don't want a dancer to be a dancer. You don't get to come into somebody's life and say, because I like you, you need to change shit. Go get you a square that don't nobody want. How about that? It's just so much I could say. It's things I don't want my man doing. If I have a profession that I don't want you to do, it has nothing to do with me being no weak ass shit like that. For instance, I don't want to date a boxer because I don't want no ugly, beat up ass, fucked up ass man. I like a beautiful face. I don't want you in a profession that's gonna ruin your face. That's why. Ain't got to do with no weak ass shit like that. It's a very practical reason why I don't want that. Now, if you have, if you say, I don't want you doing this job because it's super stressful and people get hurt all the time on a job. I don't want my woman working on the oil rig because, that's harmful. I don't know. I don't want to date no police officer. I ain't got time to be stressing about you coming in with bullet holes and shit. It's a lot of things. I don't want a doctor because most of the time they ain't got no goddamn time. They ain't got no goddamn time for me. And all of that. It's a lot of things I wouldn't want to do but it has nothing to do with nothing weak and insecure. It has to do with the possessive, toxic, monogamous culture that only applies to women and not to men that we live in. Okay? So Cameron, shut up. Get secure. What do you, I don't want another man. Shut up. Shut up. Oh, why you're cheating. Oh, why you cheating? Shut up. Nobody's listening to you. You're not a good leader. Leaders lead by example. Y'all lead by words and so few actions. And the actions you do have are fucked up. Nobody's following any of these dumbass rules. Shut up. What kind of weak ass nigga tell me I can't be a flight attendant? Because you worried about other niggas. That just means you... That also makes me feel like men are really dumb. That's why women never get caught cheating. Yeah, I stopped having flight attendants, but I'll just still have my local niggas around. Like, y'all not stopping nothing with y'all rules, but y'all think y'all are. And y'all are so dumb and arrogant. Damn. Anyway, get my book, All Three of Me. You see what real unsecure, real unconditional love is, and what it's like to actually be loved for real and being your full sexual self. What I having dumb niggas tell you what in the fuck you can't do for a living, especially you broke ass niggas who try to tell me what I can't do, which you ain't gonna replace the income. You really shut up. But if you are gonna replace the income, I'm not signing up to be your little jailbird sex slave, which ain't gonna be no sex slave because you ain't gonna be dropping off no good dick. You probably gonna be busy all the time fucking other bitches and working. So anyway, kiss my ass. Let me know what y'all think about this goddamn video, all right? Subscribe to my shit. Peace.